Da-da.
Beautiful. That's our intro. So
It's like one of them. It's like a news broadcast intro.
No, that would be your mother.
Okay. Firstly, in advance, I'm sorry for the echo. It's
okay.
The room is completely empty right now, apart from my computer.
Do you guys remember those old Meet the videos for Team Fortress 2 back in the day?
No, it's a bit before my time.
Your time was before 2007?
I was 6 in 2007, so yeah.
Okay. No, like there were a bunch of these videos released online for like the various classes in Team Fortress 2, and in the Meet the Spy video, Scouts,
actually, yeah, I remember my friend showing me those years ago.
Yeah. What, you prisoner of his fan club or something? No, that would be your mother. But I remember I used that line in school once, like in high school. This one dude got weirdly pissy at me, saying like, "You cut me in line." Like it was during lunch, and we're freaking high schoolers, so that makes even less sense. So like, "You cut me in line." Like, no, you cut. Like I turned around, it's like, "You cut." Like he would not shut up. And I'm like, "You sit upon a throne of lies, good sir." Like referencing Elf. And then he said, "You sit upon a throne of dick." And then I followed that up with, "No, that would be your mother." And that's when he could not respond to that. "You sit upon a throne of dick?" "No, that would be your mother."
Oh my god, that's the most American story I've ever heard. I love it. Anywho, a little thing happened the other day. I don't even remember. Was it a week ago at this point? It was someday.
It was the 11th.
11. Okay. Wow, really? Jesus Christ, time goes fast. Anyway, yeah. A little box was shown, and it had Ratchet and Clank on it.
No, it was a Wi-Fi router in a white lab coat.
A TP.
It was Seto Kaiba.
Actually, no, hang on, I got something here. Like I've been finding memes constantly of this. Yeah, Seto Kaiba, obviously, but
now, could you imagine a Yu-Gi-Oh looking console?
Oh my god!
I remember there's this other one where it's 6 PlayStation 5s holding an Xbox Series X on their shoulder and dancing like the coffin meme. But yes, we're talking about the PlayStation 5.
Well, while we're on the router anyway, what do you think of the router?
It looks interesting. It's definitely a memorable design.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the look, but like the practicality, I'm not really sure, because all I want to do is lay it on its side, but it looks like you need a stand for it, and that's really getting me.
Yeah, the only way
we talked about this the other day.
Yeah, the only way I'd be okay with it is if the stand comes with it. If it doesn't,
it probably will.
Yeah,
I mean, the PS2 came with a stand, although I still don't know how anyone expected you to play that on its side when it's not insert the disc, but put it on the tray.
I used to play it on its side actually, and whenever I'd like take the disc out, it'd literally just fall into my hands, and I thought it was like really cool because it's like automatic.
Convenient.
Exactly. No, I like it. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, another thing I'm worried about is like the plastic bits that come off, like on the sides, look like they're going to break pretty easily.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like the design. It's memorable. It's different. Aside from the fact it's apparently gigantic. Like it's apparently like it's like if you look at the comparisons, like apparently it's like absolutely massive.
Honestly, like I'm probably gonna have because I had a Wii back in the day, and I played like and Okami, some pretty long games, and Xenoblade, and so I could probably stand to have it upright,
like
if necessary. But it's we want to lay it on its side, but the side that has the disc tray on it apparently is where, or the disc slot is apparently where it's going to be lying down on. So just looking at it that way, it's like, do I need to put the disc in upside down? Because when it's on its side, because when it's standing upright, it looks like you would put like the disc in with the cover, with the cover art of the disc facing the right side. Honestly, this is really confused. Like the design, it's memorable, but I don't think for the right reasons, because it confuses the shit out of me.
I think once they like demonstrate like a real version of it, they'll like a lot of these questions will get ironed out.
It'll be like the PS4 and like this is how you share PS4 games, like how to put a disc in the PS5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the concept of putting a disc in is going to be foreign soon.
Exactly.
Just real quick,
if everything goes all digital, I am jumping off the game industry train.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I literally just stick to retro at that point.
Yeah. Just real quick, are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, good.
But no, like at that point, if we do have to jump off the game industry train, at that point, freaking PS4 games we haven't seen yet would be considered quote unquote retro because they came on physical discs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only way I'd get a like if we were to go all digital and like just completely ditched physical media, the only way I'd get another console is if Jack 4 came out on it.
Yeah, probably.
Actually,
that's pretty much it. I'd be fine with dropping Ratchet and stuff like that.
See, I was talking with another friend just before this, and I mentioned that one of the things that this is going to sound super weird, but something I want the industry to do again, at least as an option, like not mandatory, but I would love for them to bring back memory cards so that because like saving to an SD card or saving to an external hard drive or a USB drive, like you have to back out and like go to the system settings and manually back up your save data rather than just have it auto save or copy it over to a memory card. I feel like bringing memory cards back would make some things more convenient and in some way give you a physical copy of a digital only game, because then you can copy the save over the card.
I think the only issue with that is like it would seem like Sony trying to get more money out of you, like with the PS Vita memory cards.
Yeah.
If the console just had like an option to automatically save things to an external device as well as internal, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like at least have it be a little more user friendly to save it to an external device. That's really why I'm saying memory cards, because that's kind of like the most user friendly experience that I've had with manually backing things up.
Do you mean just save data or like games as well?
Either or, honestly.
Okay, because with games it'd be a bit dodgy, like a really easy way to pirate things, unless it was like its own dedicated memory card where it has like super tight security. But just for save data, I think like just giving the console an option that you can turn on and off to just automatically save things to an external as well, I think that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
Like kind of a niche option though.
That's how it works with externals at the minute. Like it's literally like you need this external to be part of your PS4. Like it has to be like formatted to the PS4's format, and you can't use it on anything else once it's done.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. So just thinking. But overall, I like the design. I hope it comes in black because I don't like white. I don't know. I just don't like white consoles. Yeah. I
really love the white PS4s when it first came out, and I really love the silver PS2s back in the day.
Now I did like the silver PS2s. That's like the only exception. But
honestly, I think the reason that they're doing this new color scheme is because like every system that came out after the PS1 was just solid black or glossy black. And it's like this, like the PS1 is the odd man out, but it's one of the most nostalgic systems. It has like they opened the event with the PS1 startup sound. So I think they're just trying to make dear old grandpa not feel left out.
Yeah, no.
I think it's just to differentiate themselves from previous consoles.
Yeah,
because it's like when people were complaining with the PS3 controller being exactly the same as the PS1 and 2.
Yeah.
I still wish we got the boomerang.
Well, I mean, we almost had that boomerang control. Yes,
that would have been so fucking cool.
But no, that's that. Right, games then. The box is a thing, but the games that were announced for this box.
Yeah, there was actually a lot more that piqued my interest than I thought there was going to be. Like, it was a really solid lineup.
I mean, compared to the PS4's announcement, I think this one is just like so much more. Like, there's so much more variety and so much like there's something for everyone here, as opposed to the PS4 announcement, where really the only thing I cared about was Infamous.
Okay, before
I honestly don't remember the PS4 one.
Before you jump the gun on about comparing it to the PS4 launch lineup, remember, Infamous Second Son was originally supposed to be a launch title, but got pushed back. So none of these games that we've seen that we're super hyped for will probably be launch titles. If anything, only a few of them.
That's very true.
Yeah, a lot of them were said 2021, even a couple were 2022.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Spider-Man game is going to be launched though.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it said holiday 2020 for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a special bundle where they also released the PS4 Spider-Man, because it is a direct sequel.
From what I understand about this new Spider-Man is it's sort of like Infamous Festival of Blood, where it's running in the same engine with similar assets and everything, but it's its own standalone thing you can buy for like a smaller price.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much the case. But if that is the case, I don't see. Have they announced if they're releasing it on PS4 and all? Because it'd be really shitty if they didn't.
No, it's not. It's pretty sure it's only PS5.
Wow, that's kind of
not
shitty.
DLC. It's not DLC. It's its own standalone thing.
No, isn't it a sequel? Because I mean, at the end of the first Spider-Man game, spoilers by the way.
No.
At the end of the first Spider-Man game, the first one, you see Miles like jump onto the roof, and then Peter goes up there with him, and it's like we got a lot to talk about, kid. And
I said it's not a DLC. Yeah, I said it's not a DLC. It's its own standalone thing. But I don't think it's like a full-on sequel. I think it's sort of like a spin-off, but like not a spin-off sort of thing.
Kind of like First Light or like Lost Legacy kind of thing.
Festival of Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
Most like, okay, that makes sense. Although I do wish that, speaking of Festival of Blood, I kind of wish they gave that a physical release like First Light, because that's the one bit of Infamous content I have yet to play.
I bought it like as soon as I bought my PS3, but I'm saving that for when I marathon the series again.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'm hoping we get like either another separate Infamous game like what Second Son did, or a sequel to Second Son. But honestly, like the Infamous being more like a comic book series at this point, where like each, like you have like the Cole saga, and then Delsin, and then Fetch's little side story. Like, I'd like to see more characters and new powers, and I'd like to see this series continue.
Yeah, same. I honestly would love like a remaster or a remake of at least the first game, because it is like really clunky on PS3, but it's so much fun.
I think Infamous plays really well. I think it just looks a bit rough at this point, but I still think it plays really nicely.
It runs really crappy on the PS3.
Oh, really? I haven't played it in a while.
I played it for the first time last year, and I don't know what you're talking about. I honestly, I had no problems with it.
I remember like quite a few glitches. Like I remember a car just falling through the street once.
I think that might have just been you, buddy.
No, because I remember small oddities like that happening a lot. But yeah, it looks really muddy and yeah.
Well, that's kind of the point, though. But
Anyway, like a remaster would be really appreciated for the first game at least.
Honestly, just more excuses to play Infamous would.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we should probably talk about the PS5 games instead of PS3.
Yeah, not like games we want on PS5.
Yeah. Okay. So it really makes sense why Sony pushed to buy Insomniac so much now, because they literally were like the mainstays of this conference video thing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
actually, it's funny. Speaking of Insomniac, this is gonna sound heresy because I'm going to be referencing the competition. But my brother moved recently, and he's downsizing his collection. So on top of a bunch of other things, he gave me his Xbox One, and I recently picked up Sunset Overdrive, also by Insomniac.
Nice.
Have you played it yet?
No, but it definitely looks like I've seen gameplay of it, and it's definitely very Ratchet and Clanky.
Yeah, when I played it, I only got like about halfway through it, but whenever I played it, I just wanted to play Ratchet and Clank, so I just ended up going to play Ratchet and Clank instead. It was
that is the only game that I'd consider getting an Xbox for.
Yeah,
because I don't really care about anything else, but like that looks really fun.
But no, like they've never really lost their touch.
Fuse.
Yeah, that is that one. And another game we'll get into a little bit later, but yeah, I think most people assumed that Insomniac was already bought by Sony because all their games were on PlayStation. Because I always thought so until EA bought them.
Exactly, until like they released Fuse, and then like they kind of went through their little midlife crisis, because even the Ratchet games kind of suffered because they done the kind of experimental ones. But then they did a bunch of like mobile games as well.
Yeah. Did you Zeke? Did you say that in the chat earlier? You said that you think that Rift Apart might actually be either a follow-up to A Crack in Time or Into the Nexus, whichever one you're talking about, or possibly a way of interconnecting the reboot with the original series.
Yeah. So I guess we'll talk about Ratchet and Clank now.
Ratchet and Clank. One of the things.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Because a lot of the worlds that were shown look like worlds from the Future series, so it looks like it could be a follow-up from Nexus, but at the same time, like it'd make more sense to make a sequel to the reboot. So I'm not really sure what this is, like what continuity it is, but like my idea was like maybe this is a way of like putting the two together. So like maybe this Ratchet and Clank that we play as is from the reboot timeline, but we go to these other worlds from the previous games. That was just an idea.
As cool as that would be, I really hope you're wrong. But for me, I think it is pretty much. I think I'm 80% sure it's a sequel to Nexus, because spoilers for Nexus. But at the end of Nexus, Clank has a Dimensionator, and he's like, "Oh," he just grabs it, and like, this the Dimensionator's there, so they're kind of teasing like they're going to be using the Dimensionator in whatever sequel they do. And this really does look like Dimensionator kind of teleporting. And I think they're basic. Yeah, go on.
The only thing I'm worried about is like in this day and age, not many people remember the Future series very well.
That's very true.
Because like when most people think Ratchet and Clank, they think the classics from their childhood and also the newest one. Yeah. So like the Future series is kind of in the middle. But I really do hope that it is.
Ratchet and Clank Big Box Collection, like the PS2 ones and the PS3 ones, all in one thing. I don't know. I just kind of want that for a lot of series that are either continuing or should be brought over to future systems.
Yeah, that probably
nice. I mean, with the amount of remasters they done this gen, like the fact that they didn't touch Sucker Punch or Insomniac's games really annoys me, because like they literally done everything else.
Weird. I was kind of surprised they never brought Ratchet and Clank over like they did with the Jack series.
Yeah,
but then again, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They would have. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. PS2.
I mean, Jack is a lot more. Jack's a lot more complex, but Ratchet and Clank probably would have suffered a bit.
But even the PS3 Ratchet games, like that would why couldn't they just? Because they done everything else. Like, so I don't know. It's odd the ones they picked. But. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this is a sequel, and I'm really happy, because like my biggest worry is that they were just going to reboot the series again. But at the same time, the reboot was only made for the movie, so I think it's just kind of a standalone thing. It's the game based on the movie, so
yeah, I hope so.
Hopefully, it's just a sequel.
A lot of fans were like hope they remake Locked and Loaded and Up Your Arsenal next.
I mean, the thing is, those games don't need to be remade. They're fine.
Exactly. That's why that's why I was really hoping like the next Ratchet it wouldn't be another remake, or reboot, or whatever.
Honestly, like that is one of the things that bothers me about any entertainment industry, especially gaming, is like when they feel like when they bring over an old game to new generation, they have to alter. Like, if there are things that needed to be fixed, go ahead. But if you're altering the story or altering like the core of this thing that people loved, why? What is even the point? It might as well be a completely separate game at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's how a lot of people felt with the reboot or the movie game. I mean, I liked the movie game for its gameplay, but the story is just like it doesn't feel like Ratchet. It doesn't have its soul.
I think the thing with the reboot was, the story was absolute trash. Nothing was like redeeming at all. But I think the gameplay was just serviceable. It was like nothing we hadn't seen before. Just circle strafing and jumping, like every other modern Ratchet.
Yeah. And what confuses me is that got like so much praise when it came out. It was like, oh my god, this game's incredible. And it's like, did any of these people ever play a Ratchet game?
Yeah, I know.
That's
the thing I hate about like reviewers. Like, sure, they rate a game high, but like they're not a fan of the series, so they don't know how it fares in comparison to the previous game.
Exactly.
Anyway, what do we think of the new one?
I think it looks fantastic.
It looks interesting. It made me want to jump back into the old games again because I haven't played one since Deadlocked. Or as you, what's it called in your guys' neck of the woods?
Gladiator.
Yeah.
I don't know which name I like better, to be honest.
Gladiator is cool, but Deadlocked is kind of like some sort of weird sex position, so I don't know.
Gladiator makes more sense for the story, but Deadlock just sounds cooler.
Yeah.
Deadlock makes sense with the story as well, because they got the deadlock collars.
Right.
Anyway.
So another game that looked really interesting was Ghostwire Tokyo, because like I'm watching the gameplay footage, and like this just looks like a Japanese BioShock. And I am A-okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I love about this conference. There's a lot of different, like, quirky looking games at it. I barely remembered the Tokyo one. What's it called again? Ghostwire Tokyo?
Ghostwire Tokyo,
yeah. Was that the... No, there's just so many, because there were so many weird ones that, like, they're all just jumbled together in my head.
There's a ghost of a headless schoolgirl in a skirt.
It's in first person.
Yes.
It's in first person. Yeah, it's in. That's why I said it looks like a Japanese BioShock.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it looking really cool, but like I honestly don't remember much of it. But I'll definitely like keep up with that one. It looks pretty intriguing.
Yeah.
What was that like non-Kojima game that should have been a Kojima game? The one with it was. Because I said the exact same thing while I was watching. I was like, "Oh God, Kojima already made a new game."
Hang on, I'll scroll back.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Returnal. It was the other space one.
The other space. Oh yeah, the dude in the spacesuit and the little girl in the holographic world.
Yeah. Was her hair meant to look so shit?
I think she's hollow. I think she's an ant.
Yeah, but that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, oh God, it's like the PS5 and the hair is literally like just awful. But I don't know if that was intentional or not, because it just looked like bad like hair physics and bad like just hair in games from like the PS3.
I think it might have been intentional because from everything I've read, or from all the comments I've seen and stuff like that, it seems, and some articles talking about it, it looks like the little girl was supposed to be a robot or droid of some kind, so maybe it was just supposed to look that way.
Yeah.
Like intentional Uncanny Valley.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But no, that game did give some Kojima vibes, but I still say Returnal looks like a freaking Kojima game. Looks and sounds like a freaking Kojima game.
Returnal. Which one is it? Sorry, I need to look these up now because they're literally all just molded together in my head.
Returnal.
I thought Returnal's gameplay looked kind of cool. Like, it was really like a colorful third-person shooter.
Yeah, Returnal is the Housemarque one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You think it's got a controller with twin sticks?
I have no idea.
No clue.
Yeah, because that's what Housemarque are known for, just the twin stick shooters. But yeah, no, it looks so cool. It looks kind of Mass Effect-y / like. Oh wow! Actually,
Well,
no,
I mean,
just Mass Effect. Yeah.
The whole thing is like die, come back. Like it's a time loop, and
do you think it might be
fusing with her?
Yeah. Do you think it might be a roguelike?
Possibly, but then again, roguelikes don't usually attempt that deep of a story, and this looks
I know, but like,
obviously going to be very story heavy.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it said like every time she dies, the world changes. So I don't know. It seems really interesting.
Possibly.
Yeah. No, it looks really cool.
Yes.
Something we should have brought up after. But that Kenna thing.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. That is like the game I'm most intrigued about. That one. That looks really awesome.
It just looks like the potential return of adventure platforms, like, and having that alongside Ratchet and Clank. I'm like, is Sony attempting a comeback of some kind?
I really hope so.
Yeah, no, that one really took me by surprise. I was like, holy shit! And that's something. There's a lot of platforms to this as well, which I really appreciated. But yeah, no, that is really interesting, and if they can get like the gameplay right and the story like right, I think that could be something really special.
Yeah.
I really hope so, because that's already got me really excited.
Yeah, no, that looks amazing. Like a full-on like adventure 3D platformer again with like combat and shit. Like, yeah, no, give it to me now. And
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, no,
and the world just looks beautiful as well.
Yeah, no, it just looks amazing. That's something.
Like, actually, you know what it reminds me of? It looks like. Did you guys ever see on 360 the game Cameo, spelled with a K for some reason?
No.
It's basically another adventure platformer game. It's by Rare, and
okay.
Like it kind of like I didn't really play it. I've seen plenty about it. I've watched people play it, and it like that's what it reminded me of, but with much better color saturation and much better lighting, and also possibly some more tightened gameplay, because Cameo was a little kind of fast and loose with some mechanics because of how
No, I have seen this. It's always been on my bucket list. It's on X1 actually. Cool. Yeah, no. I can see where you're coming from. It looks pretty similar. But yeah, no. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, and then the Sackboy Adventure.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited for that.
I never really got into Little Big Planet. They always looked interesting, but just kind of fell by the wayside for me. But I do like the fact that they're going 3D with this one.
Yeah,
they did 3 whole games where it was always 2D and then a kart racer. So I'm glad I'm glad they're kind of taking another step forward.
The thing is,
I used to love Little Big Planet back in the day.
Yeah, I think like it looks like they're like really stripping back on the creative aspects and just going full on platformer with this one, because I think they're trying to compete with like Mario 3D World or whatever. Because it looks very.
To be fair, I think a lot of the people who played Little Big Planet didn't invest the time to learn how to create.
Yeah,
it's a pretty deep learning curve.
Well, then again, they're also now competing with the game Dreams, which is straight up for game creation.
So,
if you want to create games like Little Big Planet used to, just play Dreams.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm definitely going to pick that up one day.
Yeah. No, that looked really cool. It looked like PlayStation's answer to like Mario 3D World, basically. So pretty cool.
Well, that's a very late response to 3D World.
True.
Now we have Odyssey.
When are they going to put 3D World on Switch? Like, hurry up! It's the one game I'm waiting for. Like, fucking hell, I want it on Switch now, please. But
yeah, Sackboy looks like a really good time. A couple other games that really caught my interest were something about Little Devils or something, and Bug Snacks.
Oh, Bug Snacks.
Yeah,
made by Octodad.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I saw that, I'm just like, oh, I get it now. This is going to be good. Because at first I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Weird physics game.
Yeah, no, Bug Snacks looks pretty fun. It's and no. They eat
what was the name? What was the name of that other one? It was like a Little Devils something.
Hold on, let me do my intelligent Google searches here. Little Devils. Well, that's not what I was looking for.
Little Devil Inside.
Little Devil Inside. Okay. How do I not remember any of this? Oh yeah, that's right. It's another platformer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one looks really intriguing.
Yeah. Oh, I love the art style actually.
Yeah.
RPG with survival elements set in an atmospheric semi-open world. Semi-open world.
Just like you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. It's there if you want it. Yeah, no, it looks really, really cool.
Yeah. I was also surprised to see another Oddworld game come out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've like Cat Icarus. You guys know that YouTuber?
Yeah.
Catty?
Yeah.
He's been talking about he's had interviews and has been talking about the new Oddworld game Soulstorm for like years now. I was wondering like when is this actually going to be a thing, or is this ever going to be a thing? Is this like a Duke Nukem Forever situation? But then, here it is.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, no, I'm glad Oddworld is getting another chance. Because like they had a few remasters last year, and everyone was like, or last gen, and everyone was like, "Oh, is it coming back? Is it coming back?" And it never really kind of did. But now, like, it's just nice seeing games being resurrected, especially niche games like Oddworld.
Yeah, like just seeing games like Oddworld and like Hitman, like games like series I haven't really played, but like just seeing them there was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
like, this is a good lineup.
Series that you've never played, but have a good.
Yeah, exactly.
And Beyond Good and Evil.
Okay, as well. I've been going long enough bringing up the other games that did seem interesting, but I could give a shit less about compared to my excitement for the new Horizon game. Horizon.
I never played the first one, so
I'll let you away with this one, Michael.
Good.
Yeah.
It is so freaking good.
I really want to know how much of that trailer was gameplay.
Okay, I retract what I said last podcast about needing to play Odin Sphere. I mean, you need to play Odin Sphere, but no, play Horizon. Play Horizon Zero Dawn. Do it. Do it now.
I mean, one day I've already got Odin Sphere. I was about to start it soon, so.
Oh, cool. But no, Horizon Zero Dawn, so freaking good. Like, a lot of people say, like, because it came out at the same time as Zelda Breath of the Wild, a lot of people compare the two in unfair ways, honestly.
They're two completely different games.
It had strengths where Zelda had weaknesses and vice versa. But I gotta say, like, just the concept behind it, like the concepts behind this game, the story, like I said, Aloy is my exemplar case of freaking how to do a modern female character correctly without shoving it in your face. Like it's all more natural and it makes more sense. Everything's explained. Aloy actually has personality and she's really interesting. And like it is intense to like just be stealthing around, to and either shooting or stabbing targets. Like the weapons are so interesting. Like, okay, Ratchet and Clank has some pretty insane weapons. This game has a sonic compressed air cannon that knocks armor off of enemies, and a shotgun machine gun type of thing called the Rattler that shoots rapid fire spread shots of wooden spikes. Like,
bitchin'.
Oh yeah, bitchin'. And like the art style is incredible. Like the different environments are like beautiful. Not to mention it all making like supposedly it's all like this whole game takes place within Colorado, I guess, or somewhere near there. I didn't know it was supposed to be based on an actual location because the new one obviously is going to have something referencing San Francisco because of the Golden Gate Bridge scene. But apparently, no, the first game is in that general area, which makes perfect sense because you can go from snowy mountains to freaking deserts to forests in like in all in one area. So like the environment is not only really cool to look at and cool to explore, but also makes perfect sense. And the first game is so amazing, and this new one. Oh my god! Like,
yeah, I think I need to replay the first one because I burnt myself out on it when I was platinuming it the first time. Like, I platinumed it in like a week, and I by the end of it, I was just like, I really want to play something else. So I just really burnt myself out on it.
There's a difference between burning yourself out on a game and not liking it. So
yeah,
like, you obviously were having fun with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have platinumed it if I didn't. Like, so.
Okay, but one thing that I've been noticing, or that I've been thinking about since the trailer dropped, was obviously you have the Golden Gate Bridge, and obviously you have the War Elephant machines. Which, side note, I really hope that those things don't replace Thunderjaws and Stormbirds, but we just have more mini boss giant robots. So like you've got Thunderjaws, Stormbirds, and these War Elephant things. Like I just want them to keep adding machines. Don't replace any. Don't take any away.
Yeah.
But so you got the War Elephants, and then the new Evil Tribe. Supposedly, I don't know the context, but they obviously look like they want to pick a fight with Aloy. Have some very Asian-inspired armor, like especially with like the jade green elements to them. So I'm wondering, are we going to see and the holographic dragon-looking thing? Are we going to be seeing some Asian-inspired elements in this game, or maybe a tribe or settlement in the San Francisco Tea Garden? I'm really interested to see what they do. I'm just really excited.
All of this is going over my head. I've got no clue what you're talking about.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just really I'm really interested to see how much of that trailer is actually gameplay, because it's one of those situations where it just looks too good to be true.
It's probably going to be, you can do the things that you see her do in the trailer, but it's not going to be in those exact scenarios that they showed in the trailer.
Yeah. But no, I think it looks amazing, and the music I love the music in Horizon. That's like the one thing I remember most from it, that and the incredible visuals. But another there's so many great and there's so many exclusives as well. Like there's a lot of exclusives at this.
Oh yeah.
The other one that piqued my interest was Stray.
Stray. Oh, I want the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That also, I think, thinking back on that now, that could also be like a Kojima game that's not really a Kojima.
Yeah. No.
I know a lot of people are going to like that game because kitty.
There's a cat. What's not to like?
It's a kitty. It's a cute fuzzy boy.
I think just the fact that you're playing as a cat is like something I haven't really seen much before.
Yeah, I think the only other one that I can think of, it was a downloadable title only called Tokyo Jungle on PS3.
No, okay.
It's basically humans dead, animals have taken over, and you're basically just trying to wander around dilapidated cities looking for food. Looking for food, trying to survive, and looking for someone to fuck.
I mean, just looking at this trailer, it kind of looks like it'll be like a sort of a puzzle platformer, maybe.
I would say more like it looks more like a point and click game, but with more direct controls. And yeah, that would include puzzles, but I don't see it. I mean, then again, you are a cat. I was going to say,
exactly.
I don't see too much platforming there, but then again, it was just a cinematic trailer, so who knows?
I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, though. That'd be really cool.
More platformers.
I was just surprised at how many platformers there were. Like, holy crap!
I think that we are going to see a bit of a resurgence because people do miss them, obviously.
Yeah,
and I think. And games are much more varied now than they were like in the PS3 gen, where everyone just wanted to make a shooter. So
actually, it's funny because we brought this up in the Jack 2 podcast about 3D platformers, and I brought up that Mario Odyssey has sold phenomenally well. But, Hat in Time has sold amazingly well for an indie game, even getting a physical release on Switch. And Super Lucky's Tale has had multiple releases and sold great each time. It's like platformers are coming back.
Yeah, thank God. But
I think once the big studios put out some more platformers, then like it'll be in full swing.
Yeah.
Because like Ratchet has gone fucking insane at the moment.
Yeah, Ratchet again. That's a perfect example. Ratchet, like the latest Ratchet, blew up like out of nowhere because people just want. Like, they just want platformers back. Like, and as little platforming as there is in Ratchet, like, Ratchet's a platformer, like, at heart. So,
honestly, I don't even remember much hype for the 2016 game when that was announced or came out or anything, but, like, it's going pretty insane right now.
Yeah.
I do remember a lot of excitement surrounding that game and a lot of coverage from big YouTubers on that game.
I do remember hype. I do remember hype for the movie, but not so much like the game. But like as soon as the movie was like released, it was just like, oh, never mind.
But yeah, Resi 8 as well. I love the way they call the village so they could fit the 8 in somewhere. It's the only reason they call it village.
Yep.
It looks like they're trying to combine 7 and 4, like especially because you've got the first person perspective, and you're playing as Ethan. But then with 4, you've got the rustic, like countryside.
Yeah.
So and the castle. So
looks a good.
I mean, I'm not even a Resident Evil fan, and even I'm interested in thinking. This is...
Yeah, I've never played Resident Evil, so.
What was I? Yeah, no. At first, I thought it was like, oh shit, people are going to lose their shit. This is Silent Hills, but I was convinced it was Silent Hills when the trailer was playing, but then it announced it was Resi, and I was like, okay.
I had a feeling it was Resident Evil, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the only way it would ever actually be Silent Hills is if one, Konami finally tanked, or at the very least sold off all their video game assets and just focus on gambling. And then you saw Kojima Productions label.
Why would they do that though? They need their video game like IPs to make pachinko machines.
Just hypothetically.
No.
Yeah, I don't see Silent Hills ever happening.
Yeah, it was a hypothetical, much like hypothetically if EA finally tanks. Seriously, like how can you be a company under government investigation in 2 countries and not be finally tanked? Like seriously, the states
because people are too stupid. Yeah, people are still too stupid to buy their games.
Every single year, without fail.
Yeah.
I don't know. What time we at? 8:30. Okay. Is there anything we missed?
I don't know, but I kind of want to get back to Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, let's talk more Ratchet. That's what the people are here for.
Yeah, because
I want to talk about more Horizon.
Ratchet, go. Sorry, Mike.
I know everyone's like super pumped for it, and like I'm excited, but like I'm not having my expectations very high because of how the last game turned out.
Okay. So I think the last game was really like they done what they could with what they had. Like they were literally crutched by the movie because they had to follow the movie story. It's literally like why so many movies based on video games are rushed and blah blah blah, and they're just usually generally terrible.
Yeah. Do we know how much involvement Insomniac had with the movie? Because surely they would have had a big hand in it.
They did. I think story-wise, I think like the writers had a lot of fingers in the pot. But at the end of the day, it was the big movie studios that had all like to say so. I would presume. I don't know. I'm guessing here. But
okay, if we're going off of that, then you might want to consider, much like with Naughty Dog, that they don't have a lot of the same team anymore.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of what made the older Ratchet and Clank games so good might not be there. At least from a character standpoint.
I do think there's a lot.
I think it's a bit different. Yeah, I think it's a bit different with Insomniac because they never stopped making Ratchet games.
Exactly. Insomniac have been consistently making Ratchet games since they made the first Ratchet. So I don't like, even when new people were coming in, they would have been making a Ratchet game like at some point if working at Insomniac. Mm. So I don't think that's really the problem. I think with the movie though, they were crushed with the movie story. They had to follow the movie story and they had to follow like the movie's environments to an extent. So they really had to do the best they could while also kind of like making it a game.
There are a few elements I see in the new trailer that do make me worried though, because just like the 2016 game, no one shuts the fuck up when you're playing.
Oh my god! Yeah, I could.
And like what they're talking about is just like so unnecessary and not funny.
Yeah, Bella Thorne's voice still rings in my ears. Holy shit!
Jesus.
Oh. But
there is that new character that everyone is beating their meat to.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
That has got me intrigued.
See, that's
I don't think you should have phrased it like that after I mentioned eating.
Fuck you guys.
But is it okay? I don't remember a whole lot about the Ratchet and Clank series up to now, but I do remember there was this one character like who looked like a purple Ratchet.
Do you mean
Angela?
The mayor, like the new mayor.
Oh, Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't look like Ratchet.
She's like similar body shape, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. Again, it's been forever. But would you guys think that like this might also include time travel and like that might be their kid or something?
Yeah, that went through my head, and I saw them going to like all the different planets from the past. Because like we saw a lot of Tools of this just looked a lot like Tools of Destruction to me, which is a really good thing because Tools of Destruction is baby.
One of the worlds looked just like Velden from 2016.
Yeah,
and one of the worlds looked exactly like, I'm pretty sure it is Azimuth's world from Crack in Time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, VT and VV just uploaded like a 40-minute analysis video, so I need to go watch that to catch everything. But
frame by frame analysis.
Yeah.
A lot of people were thinking one of the worlds looked like Haven City.
Really?
But yeah. But like, it doesn't take long to realize. Okay, none of them cars look like Haven City cars, and there's signs for the Protopet and Megacorp.
Actually, there was one of the bits of gameplay that I saw. It looked like the interior of Praxis's palace, like when you explore it in Daxter. Like,
oh yeah,
like like the metallic structures, but you've got gardens everywhere. It almost looked like could have been inside of the palace.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything like that in the game, but like I've already seen a lot of people hoping like there's going to be like some sort of Jak and Daxter world or something like that, just as a reference.
Imagine if they went to like Jak and Daxter's universe.
Yeah.
How bad is it that the company that was Naughty Dog's friendly rival has more of a reference to Jak and Daxter than Naughty Dog
the company that made it.
Fuck it hell.
Well, one thing that's gone through my head a little bit is like, you know how the Sly trilogy teased Sly 4 once you platinum all the games?
Mm-hmm.
What if there's like a secret...
I'm building a time machine!
Yeah. What if there's like a secret dimension somewhere hidden in the new Ratchet, and it's like an announcement that they're working on a new Jak? Because everyone wants Insomniac to do it, because Naughty Dog can't do it.
Oh, God.
Insomniac have always been able to like balance, like they can do the realistic gritty games, but they can also do Ratchet as well, so why not?
Yeah.
I trust Insomniac with it, fuck it. They don't put steps too far wrong.
Actually, on the subject of Sly, because I know that's a huge, and I know that's a huge series, and a close friend of mine loves that series. I haven't played any of the games before, but I did see like this just happened by complete accident. I actually spoiled for myself the secret ending to Thieves in Time, and I saw the cliffhanger of Sly in Egypt. I'm like, is there going to be a fifth game? So like, but with the return of Ratchet and Clank and the resurgence in, or at least the resurgence in the interest for the platformers, do you think we might be getting Sly 5 at some point?
I think it's a possibility, but the thing is, like with the Sly series, most fans hated the fourth game.
Really? I thought that was well received.
I've heard tons of good things about it.
Yeah, I fucking loved the gameplay. It's probably my favorite Sly game in terms of gameplay. But like, I was never really invested in the story too heavily. I just need to replay the games. It's been a while. But yeah, a lot of fans not happy with the story. For one thing, it was like Sly 3 ended so perfectly, it didn't need a follow-up. And it's sort of like the Ratchet reboot, how it kind of just bastardized the character.
Really?
Yeah, that's the hardcore fan perspective anyway. I'm no hardcore Sly fan.
Yeah, no, I really liked the fourth one. I thought it was a really good sequel.
Yeah, I did too. But
from what I've heard
also Sanzario, I think they're only making Oculus games now, so the possibility of them making another game isn't really that good. And then like if we get a fifth one by another developer, it's going to be a little bit messy.
Possibly.
From
what I've heard, one of the biggest complaints from fans in regarding Thieves in Time, and this is going to seem really petty, but from what I've heard about the third game, I would understand this complaint. But supposedly Sly and Carmelita either break up or split up or something along those lines.
Yeah, there's like a B plot in the fourth game of her getting really fucked off at him. Yeah, like I can imagine some fans, especially after watching the end of 3, it's like, oh yeah, I can see a lot of people loving that and then hating seeing this happen.
Yeah.
No, I like they're pretty sure they like get back together at the end or something. Like they don't hate each other, but like the whole like what it was built upon was like real pettiness instead of like well written character dynamics.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But yeah,
with Sly though,
Sly's a weird series for me.
I know, but isn't there a Sly TV show coming out?
That's a good one.
Movie. There was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be a movie, but I think it's going to be a TV show now, and I think it's actually still happening.
See, it was announced in 2014 along with the Ratchet movie that there was going to be a Sly movie. We only ever got a trailer, and then after years, we got like some like very small announcements from Twitter accounts that like, oh, it's actually a TV show, and years have gone by with no development.
It's not even it wasn't even a trailer. It was just a short animation of
it was a teaser.
Sly, Murray, and Bentley. or whoever.
Yeah. So I think it's safe to say that's dead in the water. But that same studio also said that they'd love to tackle Jak and Daxter.
Oh, jeez.
Like after Sly.
The worst thing that could happen for the Jak series is if they made a movie off it and then made a game off it.
Yeah.
Don't
as
fucking
a kid,
do it.
Yeah. As a kid, I always wanted a Jak movie because, I was a kid, but like, I cannot see an adaptation of the Jak series.
There is not enough time in a movie to get Jak's lore.
It's also just too out there for a movie,
Yeah.
I will go full dark Jak if someone ever attempts that. Like, there are some things that are such sacred ground to me in terms of entertainment that if there is ever an attempt at some, like, either a live action adaptation or a bastardized Hollywood version, I will go on a murder spree.
But yeah, you never know. You get a new Jak game out of it, A new Jak game based on the diluted, shitty hour and a half animated movie.
I'm
gonna quote Thanos and Gamora here. Did you get a new game? Yes. What did it cost? Everything.
I think the hardest thing with Jak though is like, what the fuck do you adapt? Like, do you go for the first game story, or like do you just have a loosely based on story based on the tone of the second and third games?
It would have to be the second and third game because there's so little story to go off in the first one, unless they completely just like.
But then how the fuck do you even do it with the second and third games? Because like they're really complex.
Yeah, it would not be able to be done properly.
I'm gonna repeat myself. No.
Anyway, I think the Sly TV show is pretty much dead in the water. But yeah, Sly coming back is a possibility. Like the fucking demand is obviously there. Like the Sly fan base is fucking dedicated.
Yeah.
But just the fourth game kind of made it weird for the fan base.
Interesting.
So I'm really not sure what they could do. Anyway, Ratchet and Clank.
No. I do think though, back in the day, if I had to say one of these series has to survive, which one is it going to be? I think I would have said Ratchet, because Ratchet is definitely the most. What's the word? It's probably the most.
It's the most expandable.
Yeah.
You can imagine more stories that could be told in this universe.
Exactly.
While Jak and Daxter just feels more stuff. Like I said last time, I feel like you could have ended the story after Jak 2.
Mm-hmm,
you could have made Daxter and that was it. But
I think the reason for this is like the Jak saga, it's a saga. It's a big story.
Yeah.
Whereas like the Ratchet games never really had any like connected parts to it until the future trilogy made it all fucking weird.
Yeah.
But like the Ratchet series was always just kind of like the next adventure.
Yeah, like episodic.
Whereas the Jak series is like setups and payoffs and conclusions.
Yeah.
Actually, best metaphor I can give you. Ratchet and Clank is like Star Trek, whereas Jak and Daxter is like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
One is episodic and all about exploring new ideas, and the other one is all about the interconnected story, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty good, but still, I think, and I'm pretty sure, and I really hope my gut is right, that it is a Nexus sequel. And
I really hope so too. Because Nexus was one of my favorites.
Nexus was great.
I just wish it was longer.
Yeah.
I will say this: the new trailer did get me interested to try out all the older games again, because there was a lot that I missed.
What ones have you played? Have you only played Deadlocked?
I have only played Deadlocked.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, really? Oh wow. When you said you haven't played a game since Deadlocked, I thought you meant like you've played the originals and stopped at Deadlocked.
I think I may have dabbled in Up Your Arsenal at one point, but that was it was like when I played Knights of the Old Republic as a kid. And I didn't actually play it. I messed around with the tutorial because it was a game. It was a game that was at my church youth group. It was just there, and I kind of messed around with it during free time.
Yep.
So I can technically say, yeah, I've played it, but no.
Yeah,
you haven't played it. Yeah.
The only one I actually ever played was Deadlock, and even then, our copy kind of froze. What was that? What was that one environment that was all green and it was like almost dead zone sort of thing?
Oh, that's early on.
Huh?
Is that Auckland?
No.
I can visualize in my head, but the name is just not coming to me.
The first planet is kind of like sort of greenish gray with like the zombie robots. I don't know, but when I was a kid playing Deadlocked, it was too fucking hard for me.
Really?
I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, I couldn't figure out like twin stick controls as a 6-year-old.
I love Deadlocked. Deadlocked is so underrated.
It's probably like my second favorite in the series, maybe even my first.
Yeah. It was like originally supposed to be a racing game, but then they found out Naughty Dog are making Jack X. Yeah. And like, oh fuck.
Well, good, because like the hoverbike sections weren't that great.
I still think I controlled pretty well though. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too, but like I couldn't imagine a whole game with that.
Oh no, definitely not. But yeah. God, imagine if we got like a deadlocked Jack and a like Jack X style Ratchet.
Oh,
holy shit. I want to be in that universe.
A deadlocked style Jack would be fucking sick.
It would have been like Spargus kind of battles, I'm thinking. With the,
but like if they like tighten the gameplay like Deadlock did, like a smaller arsenal, but like more useful weapons.
Yeah,
that would have been really cool.
I'm still looking for whatever the fuck this level was that I kept.
Well, you know what you should do? Don't worry about it, because when you play the series again, you'll get to that level and you'll be like, this one.
Yeah, dude, play the series. The HD collection is okay on PS3, but I just got the originals. You have PS2, get the originals.
Especially Gladiator. That one's busted.
Yeah, don't play Deadlock Sport. It's awful. Fucking eyeballs penetrating the skull. It's sickening.
I'm more worried about like the fucking slowdown.
Oh, you know what? That I actually like that, and I know it's unintentional and it's shitty and terrible port, but it actually kind of adds to all the craziness going on. Because like when there's a massive explosion, the whole thing like slows down as you're doing a flip. It just adds to the epicness of it. It's like,
I guess, but like I'd much rather just play the game normally.
It's like unintentional choppy slow mo. It's so cool. I love it. But yeah, no, play the original. Because in the remake of the Ratchet games on PS3, like it's so weird. The helmet is gigantic in the cutscenes, and it's just so odd.
Big head mode.
Yeah, it's literally like the big head mode helmet on normal size head Ratchet. But
I'm currently replaying the series because I'm doing a video on it.
Nice.
And I just finished the first game, and I'm capturing it all on PS2 to like get the authentic look.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's working out pretty good.
Nice.
Ratchet 2 next. Oh yes.
Can I go back to gushing about Horizon?
Go on. We have 10 minutes left.
Oh god, the underwater gameplay, or supposed gameplay. I'm hoping that it controls well, but it looks like because she has that breathing apparatus, so it looks like they are planning on actual underwater segments. I'm seeing some people saying that with those new flying robots, could we override and actually travel the world on those freaking flying robots?
What if there's like underwater, like kind of. What if like underwater is like the fast travel in the game? Because same with PS5 and the SSD and all, like loading screens are pretty much non-existent anymore. What if like the new fast travel style is going under like the water ducts and like run a ride and like shark things through like the world?
I mean, if we're going off of the fact that this looks like the game is set in San Francisco, post-apocalyptic San Francisco, that would not be too far of a stretch because it is a coastal area.
I think that'd be a cool idea. Instead of like traditional fast travel, just like I'm kind of thinking like the sewers in Ratchet, just kind of like and like every place sends you out to a different place.
Oh god,
Do you mean in Ratchet 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if it is set in San Francisco and that Golden Gate Bridge scene wasn't just for wasn't just a proof of concept, they can't not have the final boss take place in Alcatraz. Like they can't not. That would be amazing and possibly unintentionally hilarious, but like, yeah, Alcatraz. I need to see that. I need to see Aloy fight a giant robot on Alcatraz Island.
You're really making me want to. So after doing this podcast, I really want to go back and replay Ratchet, and I really want to go back and replay Horizon. But I have other games to play, so fuck you all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just finished Dust not long ago, so I got to get into Odin Sphere.
Oh, you played Dust? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I started Klonoa, but I just need to get into it. I need.
Yeah.
And
actually,
Odin Sphere is literally just on my XMB. I haven't touched it yet.
Yeah.
Actually, what's funny is that high school friend of mine that really liked Dust and Elysian Tale. I recently got Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps because I have an Xbox One now, and he actually said that I should play those first before I play Dust.
Play which first? Oh, Ori.
The Ori games.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But I don't know. I'll look for Dust on the eShop if it is.
Yeah, it's on Switch. I don't know how good the port is or not. But, yeah,
it was really good. It was really good on PS4. So
yeah, I think it's 60 on PS4. Is it 60 frames?
$60.
No, 60 frames.
I'm pretty sure it's 60 frames.
Yeah, I remember it being really smooth. But yeah, no, Ratchet looks cool. I'm excited.
I'm cautiously excited.
Yeah, PS5 wise,
I don't want to get my hopes up too much.
Yeah. But PS5 wise, anyone buying it on launch if they can?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask this.
If I can. If I can. I don't know. See, I've just gotten to the point where I work where I can apply for vacation days.
Yeah.
And my brother recently moved to Texas, and he's like, "Oh, come out and visit sometime." So that's going to be expensive for plane tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I want to. You know what? From now on, whenever I go to deposit my paycheck, I will put $20 aside. That's how I was able to afford so many of my other systems.
Yeah.
Just put $20 aside and save it.
If the rumors about this thing being ridiculously expensive are true,
I don't think they are.
I don't think, because they wouldn't do that again. That really fucked up for the PS3. Like that was the main thing.
$599 US dollars. $599 US dollars. $599 US dollars.
These rumors are coming from like PlayAsia listings as well. Instead of Sony actually giving a price.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't believe anything until it comes out Sony's
I don't think they'd make that mistake again. They would much rather suffer a loss.
Definitely not.
Like a big loss
definitely
than release it as like a ridiculous price. As they've been there, like they have to learn from experience. Like the PS3 was nearly destroyed by the price. So
I kind of see the PS5 as like the second PS2.
Yeah.
Like we got PS1, 2, and 3, and then PS3 kind of like was like, and then PS4 came and it was really successful.
Yeah.
Like the previous days, and now PS5 is going to be like the next one. It's like going to be really good, like PS2.
Yeah. Hope so.
What I'm expecting. Okay, I can understand the like if the price was insane. Like, okay, it has to at least be under 1,000. Obviously.
Oh Jesus!
I do not think it will be 1,000.
No, it has to be. But like, I've been saying this for a while, mainly because it's a subject that people talk about a lot, but are never willing to acknowledge both sides of it. But whenever they keep saying, "What does the industry need all this money for?" Like with all these microtransactions and definitive editions and special editions, what do they need all this money for? I'm like, everything you need money for. They need to pay rent. They need to buy food. Not only that, they need to pay their employees so that they can pay rent and buy food.
But the thing is, with the money for that stuff, like the developers barely get any of that. It's mainly just some high-up shareholders that get the money from the microtransactions and shit.
Mostly the publishers.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. Like that's why they keep jacking up the prices. Because
actually, I'm pretty sure it's the publishers that implement these microtransactions and stuff, not the developers.
Yeah.
But sorry, finish your point there, Mike.
Well, the point I was trying to make was I would love it if every single major developer / publisher or whoever would be in charge of saying this sort of thing just came out and said, look, development and production is getting more and more expensive every year. It's only we can only just barely recoup the cost to keep the lights on. So your option is either jack up the price a little bit more or more microtransactions. It's your call. I would love it if they were to actually all say, to come out and say that. Just admit that, hey, shit's getting more expensive because logical reasons. But again, that is if the PS5 is super expensive. They would have to explain it.
Yeah, but I don't think it would work though.
If it's just gonna be another 400 or 500, then that's doable.
That's doable. Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be 500. That's where I'm thinking.
When we say prices, we're talking USD, right?
Yeah. So I'm thinking 499. That's I think a sweet spot for them.
I think so too.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be the PS3 game where they undercut Xbox by £100 last second, because that was just insane. But I'm thinking 499. That's my guess.
Yeah, I think so too. That's about maybe $600 for me.
Yeah, I presume
something like that.
You poor Aussie.
No, that's just conversions.
You should do what my buddy Alex did, because he's Australian too. Get your ass over here.
Nah.
No.
Oh, 700, sorry.
Get your kangaroo ass over here.
I wouldn't leave Australia for America. That's like leaving Canada for
America.
Oh, come on.
But,
nah, it just seems like there's more idiots where there's more people, so I'd rather live in a smaller country.
Yeah, I have the same sentiment.
I can't argue with that.
But
humans were never meant to exist in large societies.
No,
we are tribal.
This is why this virus is trying to wipe out everyone. Anyway,
yeah, PS5.
Okay, let's cut that out. Cut that part out.
But yeah, PS5.
I think there's enough games that really interest me to get it early.
Yeah.
But whether or not they're good though is the thing.
The thing is, a lot of these games aren't going to be out for a while anyway, though. So
that too. There still hasn't been a single game that's sold me I need to get a PS5. Spider-Man's going to be really cool. I'm obviously going to enjoy that. I'll give Ratchet and Clank a shot. Some of these other games like Little Big Planet are really excited for, but I can wait.
Yeah.
But then you've got to remember that the reverse compatibility aspect. So basically, you wouldn't even have to wait. This is going to sound really dumb, but I liked the fact that if I need to replace a console or the next console I get can play the previous one's games, that just and it has internal saving. Oh boy, an excuse to play these games I already really like.
Yeah.
And it'll just help pass the time. Plus, playing the first Horizon game before the sequel comes out will just get me all hyped up.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that aspect of it. Backwards compatibility is yes, thank you.
Totally, yeah.
I just wish the pipe dream of being backwards compatible with everything was true.
Me too.
But oh well.
That would have been a day one purchase for sure.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
The way I see it at the moment, the only games that would 100% be a day one purchase would be a new Jack or a new Klonoa or something like that. But as it is, I need a bit more convincing.
With the reverse compatibility aspect you were talking about, okay, this is overly speculative, But I'm thinking that if Sony ever wants to drop out of the console market, or if that weird rumor about them being bought out by Apple ever becomes a thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Like PlayStation 5 as is, only reverse compatible with PS4, fine. But if that ever happens, and if they ever want to bow out gracefully, or if they want to leave us on a high note before the ghost of Steve Jobs comes in, then one last PlayStation console, like you've got the numbers, but then have it be like PlayStation X or PlayStation Legacy, and then have like ports for all previous game discs or game peripherals, like just so you can plug in all your previous collections into one console.
Yeah, that's the dream.
I don't think it's ever going to happen though.
No, unfortunately.
It's really sad.
That's why I said hugely if.
Yeah.
What would be really cool is if they did a re-release of the launch PS3 that didn't kill itself in a couple years.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking to get a PS3, I really wanted to get one so I could capture good PS2 quality footage. But I did not want to have to go through the trouble of replacing parts or anything like that.
No, that yellow light is such a bitch.
That one overheated a lot.
Yeah,
exactly.
If the original PS3s didn't yellow light as much as they did, I would so have one by now. But it's so it's such a shame that there's so little of them out there that are still working. Because that was the dream console for a while. Yeah,
because if they just if they could re-release that somehow.
Yeah.
And you've got a PS5, well then you've got the whole history of PlayStation right there.
Just in two consoles.
You got the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. But oh well.
One system to rule them all.
Anyway,
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if someone made a fan-made console that did all that.
Maybe suit out the ass.
No,
the ass, and then it would be any existing. What?
Not to sell to other people, just as a fan project. Because I've seen people make consoles that can play 50 different systems with one universal controller.
Super Genitari.
Yeah, I can see a fan doing that years from now, but I don't think it's ever going to happen for us.
No, it's unfortunate, but oh well. PS5 looks cool though. Not a day one purchase for me. I don't want to go through that stress. But unless, as Zeke said, they announced Jack 4 or whatever launch day.
It's probably a day one purchase for me, but that might change depending on when they reveal the price and when it's coming and when it's being released. So, if it's around a time where I can afford to splurge, then
it's coming out. It's coming out holidays this year, so
if they're still on track with that.
Well, see, that depends on what they mean by holiday, because technically you could release it in mid-October and it would still be technically considered a holiday release.
What was I?
Is it going to be November, December, or January? That's what I'm like.
Yeah, sometime at the end of this year.
Yeah,
it's coming out this
year. I'm gonna wait for. I think I'm gonna wait for it because whenever I buy brand new hardware, the first version, rendition of it, there's always hardware faults with it. So I want them to sort out the kinks and get a new model sorted before, or maybe the third.
A mate of mine had a launch PS4.
Yeah,
and he's had quite a number of problems.
Yeah. So
one of them was his baby sister putting coins into the disc tray.
Oh my god! Okay, Keith. Whoever's going to be editing this, when he says that, pull up that scene from The Simpsons where Homer is putting quarters into a PS3. And it's how many quarters does this game take? But I still have a launch PS4, and that thing's still kicking.
Nice.
It has not failed me. I mean, the controller is fucked up.
Yeah. No, PS4s were pretty reliable. Apart from the HDMI port, which was constantly fucked but other than that, I think they were pretty reliable.
Yeah, I didn't get a PS4 till only a couple of years ago when I could afford it.
Mm.
The 80 gig PS3 model, where they removed the SD card slots and all, they're fucking tanks. Like, I still have mine, and like it literally never had a problem with it. They're complete, like they're indestructible.
That would just tease me too much because it looks like it can play PS2 games, but it can't.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What can play PS2 games?
The second or third rendition of the PS3s, where they like removed the SD card slots and took out the system on a chip for PS2.
But it was still the same design.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have that. I have the very first one. My brother had those very first ones. I don't even know if it works anymore. And it has the little door with all the card readers and the 4 USB slots. But then I have the one that came right after that. That only has 2 USB slots and no door. That one is the one I'm currently playing on. I don't know if I don't know if it's going to die on me at all. But
actually,
but then I also have a PS3 Slim, which was also my brother's after his other PS3 kind of bit the dust. So I don't know why I have 3 PS3s.
There was actually 3 models of FATs that could play PS2 games. There was the 20 gig, the 80 gig, I believe, and then there was a 40 gig, and the 40 gig is the one that used software emulation instead of system on a chip to play PS2 games.
And that's I when the PS3 first came out, I was looking at videos of Jack playing on it, and it was like fucking completely fucked. Because like,
it's funny because like the whole time I was considering getting that, and also different ways to record PS2, like with 480p and stuff. I was like, but how's Jack going to look on it? But then I just keep like forgetting like all my footage is captured using either the PS3 or PS4 versions. I don't need to use the PS2 versions. like anytime I was thinking of like, is this going to work? I always just go to Jack because I know how that works and how it goes. But like, I'm not even going to use the PS2 version very much.
But yeah. Oh, Zeke, didn't you have to go at like this time?
No, I got to go in an hour.
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah, we started like way earlier than I was thinking.
Oh, that's cool. So PS5.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they would do a like a revised model, like the Slim or the Pro or whatever, because it's already got like a really ambitious design.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll just do what they did with the PS4 Pro and just stack another one on top of it?
Put another disk drive at the bottom.
No. They'll put a disk drive on the left. They'll put a disk drive lump on the left side, so it's more symmetrical.
Yeah, so you can have it. You can have it on either side laying down.
Can swap discs. Oh, that'd be cool.
It'd be like a car DVD player.
Yeah.
Oh, another point I wanted to bring up is like I love how people are like really nervous about how much it's going to cost and everything. Like if it's like, oh, if it's more than this, oh fuck that, I'm not buying it. But like these are like the same people who spend like $1,000 on a phone they use for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this was something that my brother, my brother and I argued about this all the time, but like for a while. But he was like, "Why did you buy a Nintendo Switch? Don't you have a Wii U? That's just a $300 Zelda machine." Meanwhile, he bought a HTC Vive when there was barely anything on it. It was all just the like short, gimmicky little things.
The tech demos.
And that was all the tech demos, and maybe one online shooter that you could play, and not even like it wasn't even that big a deal. And that was $800. So
Jesus.
Not to mention how much he had to pour into his PC to get it to run the
I was about to say that.
So like I don't get when people say like, why would you spend insert amount here on a console, but then buy something more expensive than that?
Like when it comes to phones, I'll never spend any more than $200.
Exactly. I don't see the point. It's a phone. It like every phone does the same thing. Like what? It's
like I had a flip phone for a while, like a few months ago, because I was sick of my smartphone. But then it fucking broke, so I went back to my smartphone.
Fucking flip phone.
Honestly, I think this is an argument for another day. Smartphones were a mistake.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Totally. Yeah.
A computer in your pocket is going too far because it's.
Well, I mean, like, there's a million different things I could point out as to why, but I think one of the biggest problems is that now we have 5-year-olds that know that know all the swear words and all the sex words and can.
I'm more concerned with their. Yeah, I'm more concerned with their attachment to it because, like, I've seen like when the kids have an iPad and you take it away from them, they like go fucking berserk, and it's not just like, oh no, my stimulation. It's like, "Ugh."
It's literal, like, it's their comfort blanket now. Like, they can't be seen without it. It's if you take it off them as a punishment, it doesn't work because they are so relentless to get it back that you will give it back to them because you just need them to shut the fuck up. Because it's just... Go on. I'm going on a rant there.
If I ever become a parent, or more accurately, because my brother just got married last year, whenever I become an uncle, I'm just going to be getting the kids freaking a Game Boy Advance SP, a Mario, and a Pokemon. That's it. Like, I'm going to tell either like if it's my kids, I'm going to be telling my wife, or if it's my brother's kids, I'm going to be telling them. It's like, no phones.
Yeah.
If I see you give them a phone, I will smack you.
Yeah. No, I don't think kids should have a phone until they're old enough to make the decision to get a phone themselves.
I think 15. That's how old I was when I got a phone, and it was a flip phone. That's how old I think.
Yeah, no.
15.
Smartphones are ruining the world, and I know that sounds dramatic, but I think it's the truth.
My biggest problem with them is just how they've zombified the entire population.
Yeah.
And no one can think for themselves anymore.
Like, that would also go...
This is getting like pretty heavy for a PS5 discussion.
It really is. Announcing the PS5 smartphone.
Oh no, they're following Nintendo in more ways than one. It's the PS5 smartphone app used for voice chat.
There was once a PSP phone. Did anyone ever have that?
Oh, my cousin used to have that. It was the coolest thing.
It was so cool. I remember my friend was playing Crash on it. I was like, oh my god, it's my dream.
Yeah. That was like the only game on it.
Yeah. But yeah. PS5 back.
PS5, excited.
Yeah, excited.
Interested in Ratchet, interested in Ghostwire Tokyo, and Horizon Zero Dawn sequel. Oh my god. That's all I have to say.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the thing runs, I want to see the UI next. We saw a tiny glimpse of it in the conference.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool.
But the UI, I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be really similar to PS4's, because if they want to like kind of keep consistency.
Do you guys, you know how like when they announced the console, like the look of it, they also announced like the headset and the remote and all that?
Yeah. It means that they're...
Do you think they'll bundle that stuff in, or do you think you'll have to buy it all separately?
And sure, there's going to be a bundle with it all, but there's no way they'll like give you the base version with everything, because they want to keep the price down as much as possible.
Because I'm really interested in getting that 3D audio headset.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the big selling points.
The audio, yeah. Yeah, no, they'll definitely do a bundle with everything, but it'll be like £1,000 or something. Yeah, there's definitely going to be choices. I really want... I just saw this clickbait YouTube video before the podcast. It was in my recommended. It's like, there's going to be more than a white PS5. And there's like a picture of a black PS5 in this thumbnail. I want a black one. I don't know. I'm just stuck in my ways, I think. I just want a black one.
I'm pretty sure there will be at some point.
Yeah. But
I don't know about you guys, but like when it comes to PlayStation news, I don't watch anyone except for Mystic, because he actually knows what the fuck he's talking about.
I'm the exact same. Mystic is the only one I trust.
Yeah. And everyone else is just like, oh, speculation, clickbait, rumors, blah, blah, blah. And, you know...
Isn't that what we're doing?
Huh?
I mean we're not really... We're not speculating. We're just like...
We're just trying to shoot the shit, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. We're not trying to like lure people in like, hey, I got some information for you. It's actually a rumor.
You know what? The title of this video was going to be PS5 Pro confirmed.
By the way, when's the PS5 port of Resident Evil 4 and Skyrim coming out?
The PS4 ports exist, so there you go.
No, I know, but like, have you seen that? It's like, it's freaking like, it's like that. It's like Team Rock. It's a Team Rocket meme from Pokemon. It's like new console announced. Skyrim. Prepare for trouble. Resident Evil 4. Make it double.
Oh, fucking. What were you guys like when you saw Grand Theft Auto 5 at the start?
Oh my god, I was like, what the fuck am I in for?
That was so fucking funny.
You know what? Now, I think Grand Theft Auto 5 is now Meowth in this situation.
It is literally like it's getting. I don't think Rockstar have any interest in ever making a new game ever again at this point. Like they're making so much money off GTA 5 that
maybe
like,
another 10 years.
Yeah, there's literally no point. Like GTA 5 is sustaining. They don't. I mean, it's so telling that they didn't even port Red Dead 2. They ported GTA 5. Like it shows what's making the money. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
But could you imagine though if that was GTA 6 that started off the conference?
Yeah. I was watching some people and they were just like, "Oh, is it? Oh no, it's not." Because I saw the Rockstar logo in like a city. It's like, "Oh, what's this?" Okay.
But yeah. Not Rockstar are like going down the EA route to be like the evil gaming company of this gen, I think.
Yeah.
But
I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone can be that evil, but they could be getting close. It all depends on how they handle the news. It all depends on how they handle this port. Like, because GTA 5 does. Correct me if I'm wrong, but GTA 5 doesn't have any microtransactions.
it has you can buy the shark card things, which is literally making them ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, there's the online currency.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like for the base game, there's no microtransactions. It's for the GTA Online.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and the thing is, like GTA Online, it has free updates, like so, like you never pay for DLC.
Yeah,
it's just all the shark cards, but people get so hooked on it that that's literally all they play.
So there's still a little bit better.
Man, how many quarters does this game take?
Anyone want to guess what Michael said before he died?
Wait, what?
You died there.
Wait, what? Oh.
You said a little bit better then, and then you just cut out.
At least a little bit. Oh my god! Should have ended it there. No, I just said they're a little bit better than EA and card at the very least.
I mean, I like the fact that they give you all the DLC for free, basically, but at the same time, it's still hooking people in. So that's why they're doing it.
Do you guys know a YouTuber called The Act Man?
The Act Man, it sounds familiar, but no.
Oh, he did like a massive video essay sort of thing on the decline of gaming a while ago, and he made a really good point. Like a lot of publishers and developers have just gotten so complacent, and Rockstar is like a great example because of how much money they make from GTA Online. They're never going to make another one.
No,
they don't need to. Why would
they
you
don't need to? Exactly.
It's the same with Valve.
If you look back, like even like in the PS2 era, Rockstar were making at least 2 games a year.
Yeah, they were fucking dominating.
Like, and then PS3 era, they kind of slowed down a bit. They made GTA, Rockstar Table Tennis, Max Payne 3, and Red Dead. And then PS4, they made 2 games. Like, so.
Wait, did they? What were they?
Oh wait, no, they made 1 game. Holy shit!
GTA 5
they made 1. They made Red Dead 2. Holy fuck! GTA 5 was a port. Jesus Christ!
You forgot LA Noire.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Noire was also
PS3.
So yeah, so they've literally made 1 game in 6-7 years.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, and it was divisive.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I liked Red Dead 2. I thought it played like complete balls, though.
I've never played any of the games. I just heard like a lot of different opinions on it.
But yeah, no, Rockstar are getting. That's a good point. They are just so complacent now. 1 game in a generation. But yeah,
and it didn't even. It kind of felt phoned in as well. It wasn't like, oh, we want to make this game and tell this story. It was more like, oh, the fans want it, so I guess it can make money.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's that. That's the PS5 and Rockstar and mobile phones. By the way, my room is ridiculously echoey right now because it's completely empty because I'm getting ready to paint it. Well, I'm not.
Oh, nice.
But it's going to be painted, so...
You know, watch someone do it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch someone do it because I literally can't paint. It would literally be anywhere but the wall. So...
Yeah.
Um,
what do we think that Naughty Dog might potentially do next gen?
Either Last of Us 3 or... I want them to branch out. I want them to do something different. Because they've been
I'm sick of the third person.
Yeah, like it's another example of them becoming complacent. Like, it's their niche. I mean, their thing is story-based third-person shooters. Naughty Dog are so talented that they just need to branch out and do something different. Because like, it's just they've become complacent as well, and yeah.
I really do wish they'd stop trying to be so technically advanced and better than everyone else, because we already know what they're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish they'd like just try more experimental games that came out a bit more often, so it's not as much of a risk.
I read their book. It's like I think it's called The History of Naughty Dog or The Art of Naughty Dog.
Yeah,
and there's really so many cool concepts that they came up with before they settled on The Last of Us. Like, there's this really cool space game and shit. And like, I just wanted to do that because they were exploring like SpaceX at one point, and like,
I feel like you mentioned this before when like discussing could Jack 4 be a thing, but like a lot of the people in Naughty Dog aren't like that made these more experimental, more interesting games aren't around. They're not in the company.
No.
The company is going in various directions, and like the lead writer now, which is why Last of Us 2 has that thing that I don't want to bring up because then the comment section will want to strangle me. But like, I don't know. I honestly would kind of want to have Naughty Dog take a break and maybe do some restructuring before attempting anything new.
I mean,
now that I think more about it, I think Naughty Dog is just a studio that's constantly gone with the times and hasn't tried to do their own thing. Because if you think about it, like, the 90s and 2000s were big on platformers, but the difference with Naughty Dog is they took typical platformers and did their own spin with it. Like, there's no game similar to Jak 2.
No.
Whereas, like, when it came to, the 7th and 8th gen, like, Uncharted was just fucking Tomb Raider.
And
like, third-person shooters were like the big thing then, and so it just followed that trend.
The thing is,
now that they've finished Last of Us 2, it's like, well, what can they jump on now?
They're stuck in a rut. That's the thing, because they're now such critical darlings that like I have a feeling that they just don't want to, because that's what they're known for now. They're known for making those really like critically acclaimed stories and like with the third-person shooter style gameplay and like the world you can go around and like look at, kind of vaguely tiny bit open world now. And everyone loves it, and they get like 96 Metacritic scores every time. So
you know what I would love to see? I would love to see if the current Naughty Dog team to just like create a new studio and just call themselves something different. Meanwhile, all the old Naughty Dog team that went on to make Daxter wherever they're at, like, buys the name back, and like I just want to kind of see these, like, okay, both eras of Naughty Dog, I argue, have their place. I'm not going to say one shouldn't have happened or one should have stayed the way they did things. But I think that the name they carry is kind of like their name carries too much weight at this point that I feel like they need to.
There's no way they could branch out now.
They need some restructure. That's what I'm.
Yeah. I don't think, and I think now more than ever is like really hard for them to branch out, because like you said, Keith, like they're known for making critically dialing games. everything is absolutely perfect. Like taking a risk on something unique is like, I don't think it's really in there.
Ruined their perfect Metacritic scores. Why would they do it? But yeah, no, I agree. I think a lot of the old Naughty Dogs are hanging out already at Dawn now. From what
what is with Ready at Dawn? What are they even doing anymore?
I have a feeling it's the Order 2, which would make no sense, seeing as no one liked that game. Apparently, it's really good though. Look really liked it. From right here, I haven't played it, but
it needed to be longer. It needed more variety, and it was really
it needed to come out 3 years earlier.
it needed to be a launch title.
Yeah. But no, Ready at Dawn are such a good studio. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they're gone.
They're working on the next God of War.
Working on the next Jak and Daxter. That's what they're doing. Jak and Daxter 4.
I still say that they're working on the next God of War. They're working on Atreus's big murder spree.
You know what? I was kind of surprised we didn't see God of War at the showcase.
When was 2016? Whoa, was God of War 2016?
2018.
Oh, okay. Jesus, I was thinking. What am I? I'm thinking of Ratchet 2016. Yeah, never mind.
I thought it was for a while too. Then I'm like, oh no, wait, that's Doom.
Yeah.
I think God of War was announced 2016.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah. No, I think
when I started playing, I thought it was like, oh, this is God of War. But
yeah.
No, it wasn't. Same with Demon's Souls. I thought it was God of War then too.
Actually, I heard a lot of people thought that the opening of the Demon's Souls segment was Horizon 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they already announce that Demon's Souls was going to be brought to modern consoles? Like,
no, it was just rumors.
It was funny because it was either going to be Demon's Souls or a Jak and Daxter remake. So
yeah, the Jak and Daxter one held no ground.
Yeah, but still, I had hope.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I'm a big fanboy of Bluepoint because I think they just do incredible work. Like they have such a crazy like attention to detail that I wouldn't have minded that. But
okay, Keith, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Why a Jak and Daxter remake or reboot or however you think that old concept art was going to turn out. Don't remember how much you didn't like Ratchet and Clank reboot, at least in that regard of the story. Do you really want them to do that again?
Absolutely not, but still, I want Jak to be talked about again. That's all I want. I just want Jak to be back in the conversation in some way.
Port it. Just ports.
Dude, we've gotten since 2005 are ports.
I know, but where's the problem in that? It's like, as long as you can still play them on modern platforms, what does it matter if it's old?
This doesn't introduce like Jak back to the conversation. It doesn't make him relevant again. It just gives the old fans who still love the games another way to play them. Barely anyone even knows the games are on PS4.
Which is for the good, if you ask me.
I mean, yeah.
But if you do the remake route, then that just leads to the potential of ruining what came before.
Yeah, there's obviously risk in anything, but like, if we're not really willing to risk anything, we're not going to get anything. I mean, if you think about it, like making a Jak 4 is a massive risk because everyone's expectations are so high and everyone has different ideas of where it should go.
Making a Jak 4 would make us, the very tiny amount of niche fans that still care about Jak, happy. Whereas making a reboot just makes sense in the long run for like everything. Just reintroducing it.
Especially like financially.
Yeah. Because unless because they'd have to just, as you said, remake or port the games again just to reintroduce people back to the series because it's been so long that if they were to make a Jak 4, like literally, it would have to pick up after Jak 3 because, I mean, it could stand alone, I guess, if it was its own standalone story, but we wouldn't be happy with that because we want to see a continuation. We want to see what happened after Jak 3. If they were to make...
I think that I've always thought that a potential Jak 4 game would be when Jack stepped inside the precursor ship and traveled back in time. But then again, we were arguing about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very contentious topic where it's like if they confirm either way of the whole Jack Ismail thing, it's gonna leave a lot of people angry either way.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe this is something we can discuss next time, like the future of the series. I just did a whole video on it.
We could get way into this. But yeah.
It was funny earlier because earlier when I said like, yeah, PS5, I'm interested in Ghost, like those things. And when I was trying to end the video.
That's how it always happens. We're like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, how about this topic?
But yeah.
We should start a Twitch channel and just do this live.
That would be so fun.
And have 2 people watch.
Yeah. One would be Andrew from the Underground.
Oh no, trust me, my buddy Alex will jump into the chat and then start no shit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I'm trying to end it again. That's the PS5. It's a thing.
And a bunch of other topics.
Hey
guys, what do you think Sucker Punch is going to do on PS5?
Oh Jesus.
Okay, that's enough. Bye.
No, cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's an exciting time. I love when new consoles are released.
I haven't been old enough to get excited about a new console because like I was 12 maybe when the PS4 came out.
Wow, you're a young boy.
Yeah,
you're a youngin.
Yeah, the PS4 is really my first console to be excited for. I was doing YouTube at the time as well, and I'd done these absolute awful cringe video like review on Second Son. It's still up if you want to search for it. But yeah,
I remember one really old one where you and Nick were talking about the first 2 Spider-Man games on PS2.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
I love that first game, but God, it's terrible.
Yeah, I love it too, but it's fucking awful. Like it's I know it has a special place in my heart, but I can't describe why I love it.
I came back to it recently, like hoping like it's one of them games where it's like, it's got some merit, but it's not the best. But I played through it and like, wow, this is like really bad.
Yeah.
But I still love it.
Yeah.
Guys, you're continuing the topic again.
Okay, so final thoughts on PS5.
I thought we already ended it, and this is like a post-pod discussion, like we usually have.
And I just keep recording. Like we're literally an hour and 47 minutes in.
Jesus, no one's gonna listen this long.
Oh no. I used to put so much effort into my videos too, but recently with these podcasts, I've literally just been putting a picture up and throwing them up. I literally have stopped giving shit.
That's really all I do. Pods.
That's what in podcasts they're easy.
That's what people want.
Yeah. But with this one, I'm probably going to splice the Ratchet conversation together, just to have some consistency.
Fair enough.
But yeah, cool.
Well, I really do gotta go because I got Pokemon DLC to play.
Yeah, and people are literally trying to like barge into my room with painting equipment, so I should probably go too.
Right. Well, I guess I'll talk to you guys in another 2 months.
All right, cool.
All right, see ya.
See ya. Bye bye.